Hey everybody. Um, so I've already gone through my first week of treatment. I've already gone through so much exposure with hand washing. That was my starting point, my main focus. What we're told to do is to sit there and face our anxiety head on. And so what I had to do was sit in the bathroom first. That was the first step, is actually going in the bathroom without washing my hands, which is something that I'm not used to doing. After being able to say, this no longer causes me anxiety, they had me touch the counters. Then we started kind of working more on the contamination. And in the real world, you're out and about, you're touching things, and you go out to eat. A person like me with my hand washing obsessions, I'm not able to do that kind of stuff because it just freaks me out to think of having people's germs in my mouth. They had me go to the refrigerator after I was in the bathroom touching the counters and the cabinets and the knobs, the handles on the faucet, which is like the hardest thing for me because I know everybody's dirty hands touch that. I had to go, get a drink out of it, get a snack. That's one of my accomplishments is being able to walk into the bathroom and not wash my hands. To be able to go throughout the day without washing my hands unless I eat or use the restroom or get my hands extremely dirty, like sticky or something. And it's been amazing. And to be able to just sit in my living room or something and my boyfriend say, let's go do this, and me to be able to just walk out of the house is such a weird thought to have. If you had asked me a month ago, 3 months ago, 5 months ago, if I would be doing that, I would say no, that you're crazy. But so far, so good. The hard part, I think, with having to deal with the anxiety is the amount of exhaustion you feel. When you sit there and you feel it and you force your body to just go through the emotions and not do some sort of compulsion to make it go away, not do that quick fix, you become so drained. I'm going to be exhausted the next, month, 2 months, however long I'm going to have to be going through this because my OCD is pretty severe. But the outcome is good and it's worth it, it just motivates me more. And the thing with me is that I push myself very hard. Really strong history with that, of overachieving and then it still not being good enough, having extremely high standards and meeting them and then falling flat on my face because I'm too stressed out to do anything more. I critique my handwriting a lot, ridiculously. I'll crumple stuff up. I've thrown out papers before they're written. I've avoided writing papers. I've thrown out some poetry that I've written. It's never good enough. It's never perfect. Being a person who is so self-critical, you tend to think that you don't have any accomplishments at all. I mean, for example, one of my accomplishments was eating at my mom's house. Usually I don't eat at my mom's house because I don't think anything is clean to my standards. Actually, they had me watch a video, brought up a lot of things because OCD, like I had mentioned, I believe my first video, is that OCD is the least understood disorder. There's a lot of different forms of treatment that are able to help people overcome their anxiety. Now, the difference between OCD and other anxiety-related disorders. In the video today, it covered a few different topics. And what they said in the epidemiology part is that 1 to 2% of the general population has obsessive compulsive disorder. And I think a lot more people have obsessive compulsive disorder than realize because it can range from mild to very intense, disabling forms. And so mildly is kind of just like perfectionism, obsessing over, having things done a certain way or having your house particularly a certain way. I know my mom has obsessive compulsive disorder, and I think part of my OCD has stemmed genetically from her because of what she has going on within her, and then also the habits I learned growing up of perfectionism, but also from my past traumatic events. One thing that I had realized today is that a reason why I might not like my handwriting is because I had a teacher in the 6th grade who was super critical and super scary and demeaning and degrading and horrible, and I was fearful of him, and I was fearful of getting in trouble, and that was being fearful of getting in trouble stemmed from when I was very young, of having that perfectionist mentality. But my fear of writing and misreading things came from when I was in the 6th grade, because I was so scared to mess up, and I was so scared of his reaction. And so because of that traumatic event, those traumatic times, um, when things get stressful, your mind gets triggered. And in situations like where I'm in school now and I feel pressure or stress, um, the triggers come out from my handwriting and my reading, and I just avoid. I think that an important topic to discuss is like the things that have been studied about OCD. And there is this scale on which doctors diagnose OCD, and it's called Yale Brown Obsessive Compulsive Scale, YBOCS, YBOCS. And what they do is they separate it into 2 sections. Mine has pretty much taken over my whole day, especially with the repetitions. Every aspect of my life is revolved around the repetitions. A normal person, normal, can handle their anxiety pretty well and just kind of breathe, let it go, and move on. They're not going to think about it for the next hour and a half and replay things in their mind and try and make sure, like, check to make sure that the situation turned out how it was supposed to, if you could have done a better job, things like that. For example, in my case, my OCD has gotten me dismissed from school, and because of that also I lost my job, and I was very fortunate to even have a job. They were very supportive and lenient with me for a long time. There's nothing to be embarrassed about with having OCD, and that's something that I need to keep telling myself, because a lot of people don't understand it, and because people don't understand it, it's hard to talk about. I'm grateful for having the resources I have right now. I think it's important for us people who do have OCD or do have psychological disorders, if you're strong enough, talk about it. We're not doing ourselves a justice, we're not doing our children a justice, we're not doing the next person who comes after us a justice if we don't come forward and do our best to get treatment and to get help. Too many people take it as a joke, and that's one thing that really bothers me, is when people say, I got so OCD about having the windows down. I got so, like, OCD is not something funny. It hurts. It hurts you and it hurts the people around you. It hurts life. Like, you don't live. I just hope that whoever watches this video or watches other videos gets the strength to seek treatment, and research your options and speak out. I'm still needing to do that. I haven't come forward to my friends really. And it's scary because once in a while you're going to come across somebody who doesn't understand and doesn't care and is just going to make a joke of it and stuff. But, you know, lucky them for not having to deal with this kind of stuff. Lucky them. But for that one person, there's 10 more people who are going to love you and support you and care about you. And that's what I'm discovering. So that's my update, I guess, my vlog. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. I'm learning just along with all of you, whoever's watching. And thanks for thanks for keeping up with me. Well, till we meet again. Bye.